Because a lot of people didn't vote in the right way, in my opinion.
Because people didn't vote in the right way. Because people.
We got wee man.
What's happening?
Because
I'm not getting into this debate.
Nah, you're in, man. Come here, wee man.
No, because people took their independent vote and voted to what they thought was the best for their country. I didn't read the consensus.
Yeah, see, I don't believe that it was the best for our country. That's why I don't believe it was the best.
Bigger.
Was it?
Who's the devil?
I don't believe it was the best for our country.
Are you sure? But the thing is, we don't know what is. I don't. I personally don't vote because I don't understand it. So I don't. Put my cards in that I don't understand.
Yeah, but then so how is it then racist that what he said?
He said because conservative won. He said Britain's racist.
Yeah.
How is the conservative winning racist?
Maybe what he feels that the conservatives stand for was more of a race issue than anything else.
No, but where? How?
The Brexit thing.
The Brexit thing, but how is Brexit racist?
I don't know. I'm not saying that I agree with that stance. I'm just saying that could be his position.
But you know what Brexit's about?
Yeah, it's about Britain separating itself from everything.
Pardon?
It's about Britain separating itself from everything.
But it's just Brexit's most about control of their own courts and the single market, and immigration.
Yeah.
I don't mind immigration.
And Israel will support justice.
Live where you want to go.
Okay.
If it's about immigration, then that's the
British people want less European
now you
people
want to
in the
run
country. That's why
if there wasn't immigration, certain services would shut down. Am I wrong?
yeah.
Certain services. I'm wrong.
This is what I mean by Stormzy saying that it's a race because of the vote. Like the way people voted, he sees it as they voted more to do with keeping Britain rather than actually expanding on the economy.
That wasn't the Conservatives' manifesto.
What was it?
That wasn't their
I don't know what was
manifesto.
their manifesto.
It would have been clearly in the papers. We
I don't know. I'm like you. I don't know.
I don't know.
America. Who are the real Americans?
What I'm trying to say is,
Who
it's
are
like
the real?
Damn devils. Damn.
You want to be
it's like
let's get into
I've got like Irish grandparents,
Who are the natives,
and it's
man?
like they met in Barbados with my great grandparents, and that was it. Now I'm here,
You're telling me, man.
I can't hate
tell you,
something that's
I'm
actually
being
intrinsically a part of
intellectual.
So
Yeah,
I'm
but
here.
what about the people that want to close the borders because of people that look like this?
That's their problem.
Yeah, but then they want to, because like you said, this island is an intrinsic part of your history, yeah? Them people would want to get rid of you and send you back home.
That's their problem, isn't it? That's the thing. That is their. You must understand that people always have their problems and people always have their arguments, yeah? And there's people that will sit around and cuss and yet do nothing.
Yeah, but you see, this is why I feel that Stormzy would have seen it as a race thing rather than anything else with the vote.
But that's the point. Because if you can't have any clear identification markers of where the Conservative winning is actual going to be racist,
Because it was built
why
up on
say it?
Brexit.
What?
It was built up on Brexit. The Brexit voters went to the Conservative Party.
Yeah, because they're going to get.
That's how they become stronger.
But if people, I'll just put a quick note into it. If people are concerned about immigration, wee man, if people are concerned about immigration, does that make them racist? Just imagine they wanted to close the borders and not let one more person
I'm not saying
in.
that. I'm
wouldn't
saying
say
how
that makes
people
that
could
person
perceive it
racist.
as. I'm just saying that other people could perceive it as that. I'm not saying that I personally see it as racist.
People need
We're talking about
peg,
Stormzy's
people
view
need to
from
peg,
Sp-
people
Like,
need
it's a
to
straw
peg
man
back
team,
on using
really.
that word. Because people need to peg back on using that word. Because put it this way now, Stormzy's up there, he's got millions, he's got hundreds of millions of fans buying his stuff. They let him up there. Now, if someone just wants to try and do something, they'll be like, oh look, he
Big up
just
me,
thinks
man.
they're racist. He just thinks Britain's racist. They're not going to allow anyone else up there because they're going to think we're going to get famous now and be like, oh, Britain's racist. Like, wait a minute, we just made all our money in the country.
For clarification though, this is what I will say, Stormzy, he did clarify and say, they asked him a question and said to him, is England, is there racism? And he said, yeah, 100%. I don't think he meant 100% racist. I think he said 100% there's still racism in England. Do you understand what I'm saying?
There's racism everywhere.
I believe that as well. There's racism everywhere. I think this is one of the best countries to live in, though, as a multicultural.
There's
Not weather-wise, though, is it?
No, not weather-wise. Definitely not weather-wise.
You go to a black man in China is a rare thing. They look at you like you're some sort of like, they take pictures with you, they want to touch your hair, they're like, oh my god, wow. It's like, you go anywhere in this world as a black man, you find you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You get caught in parts of, in Poland, you are seriously.
Do you not think that's the same for like a white person?
I can go anywhere in this country. I can go anywhere
and be safe.
Huh?
Is there not parts of the world where white people ain't safe?
Yeah, but it's majority smaller.
Yeah, I know it's majority.
The list is bigger
Yeah,
for us.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say there isn't, because there is. Towards places where you can't go, like Afghanistan and Libya. You know? A few places just to some, because put it this way, yeah, a grime MC, Mr. Morrison, he shot a video in Zimbabwe. Yeah, a music video in Zimbabwe. He's in the garrison, white as white, in Zimbabwe doing a music video. Big up for Mr. Morrison for doing that as well. You know? And the thing is, and the first question that comes to mind, where are all these other MCs? Where are all these other grand MCs doing music videos in Zimbabwe?
When you go and bomb Syria, fucking hell. When you try to steal the land in South Africa, fucking hell. When you go to America and take one, fucking hell.
He is going mad.
I really appreciate it. I got a film this.
Cool.
No, he's actually the one that actually started.
We're talking.
Yeah, but the language you're using isn't appropriate.
No, because he used it and oh, look at that. It's in the camera. He used it first and I used it as well.
He's fine.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
No, you're not lying. You're using language like that.
You go. So when I use it, you come against me. No, brother, don't touch me, man. Let me talk. Why is it that when I'm talking to people, you always want to pacify me? What's that for, man? Don't pass. I don't care about the police, man. This is not the first time I get in trouble. This is a trouble word, brother. Open your eyes, man. This is a trouble word. It is a trouble word. Don't tell me not to get in trouble. They come for trouble, man. They come for trouble. Don't tell me not to get into trouble, man.
Those white people, man. You gotta kill those devils.
If you don't kill them, they'll kill you.
You gotta kill those devils.
They'll kill you, man.
People around here don't benefit you.
It doesn't matter. I don't know. They don't know. A lot of people know that they're all devils, man.
I know 100%.
Yeah, I know you know.
Devil's right, bro. I'm the devil.
There you go. You got the answer, bro.
You think I'm your enemy, bro? When you do
I didn't even know you're here.
My dude.
So don't tell me about getting trouble, right? We live in trouble every single day. If you, wait, 1 second, brother. If you, brother, 1 second, 1 second. Bro.
I'm filming, you know, I film.
Yeah, film yourself, bro. But I'm not for
You're
you
the
to.
one who needs
I'm
to
not for you to garbage. I know people want to make money. I'm not for that. I'm for justice, man. What are you talking about? You guys come here and say you want to have the best view on that. I'm not for that, brother. Okay, brother, film yourself, bro. And I know you want view because that's what speakers gonna like. Speakers gonna like where people are arguing so they can see more view because that's what this world is attracted to.
What's that?
You understand what I mean? Look, if you want to see the most watched video on YouTube, is where people are having row. I'm not for that. I'm for justice, man. I'm for my people.
Don't get angry.
Okay, brother, you blind, bro. Yeah, I'm talking. You say, who's my people? Who are my people? You tell me.
You told me you're the one making it.
But I make a claim. It's a sensible claim. When I see him, I know his people. When I see him, when I see you, I know your people.
I'm fine, white people.
Okay, but go back to elementary school and do identification. Because, brother, you know who my people is. It's not, brother. We're not in elementary class here.
The fact that you're separating people means you're
But
worse
okay,
than-
okay, we're all one people, right? Why is Africa poor?
Okay.
Why you turn around, man? You're so dramatic.
Because I'm dramatic because you're foolish, bro.
I'm not foolish.
You're
Bro,
foolish, man.
Africa-
Look, brother, let me. Wait, we're not talking about history. We're talking about economics.
People are poor.
Economics, bro.
And it's South America, bro.
Leave history apart. We're talking about. Wait, history is past, right? What is economy?
Economy is...
There you go.
What is money,
Brother, you
man?
lack knowledge, man.
money.
What is money?
Man. I'm not a Christian. I'm an Israelite.
You're talking about what?
Yeah.
visible.
So I fight for justice. Our God told us to fight for justice. You understand what I mean?
Would you
Let's
shank
say,
a
for
Jew?
example, 1 second. 1 second. Look, if you're looking, for example, Christianity, right? They love God. Do they do what God says they should do? Didn't God says look after the poor? Didn't God says that should not covet, that should not steal? Why is it that when you speak about ISIS, all Christians get defensive, but when you talk about the poverty in Africa, they're all bad? And look as if they didn't get nothing. That's hypocrisy, bro.
Yeah, but don't you believe that at the end of time you'll be above the black?
Brother, belief is something that you're just about to discover. Knowing is something you already cannot be separated from. You understand what I mean? When you believe, it's something you're trying to figure out. I know who the devil is, man. I don't need to believe, oh, devil look like a snake. No, devil is a man, man. What are you talking about? Anybody who deceives you is called devil. That's what the word devil means, bro.
Can the devil be black?
Well, it can be black too, right? And they call them sellouts.
Sell out.
And the one who asked me, who are your race? When I'm in front of him, that's the devil too. Because you're trying to deceive the conversation.
I'm a devil now.
Wait, brother, you see me here, you asking me who are my
He's
people.
white, man. He's trending
I'm
white.
trying to understand what your
Brother, your
purpose-
understanding
what
has
your
to be
purpose-
intellectual. I'm in front of you, you're asking me that who is my race?
No, he said people.
Yeah,
What?
your people.
You, also, my people is my race, right?
You're an Israelite. Your people
Wait, one second.
are Israelites.
Fine. My
why I
people.
asked that
Okay, is Israel? Are they a race of people?
I don't know.
Israelite. There you go. Yes, they are. Wait, Chinese.
your
Well,
race?
one second. Let me.
Are they still your people?
I will give you the answer in a minute when I finish with you. Right? Don't interrupt me in their conversation. Okay. So, brother. So, if you say Chinese people now, are they religious? Is Chinese means religion?
Chinese
They're a race of people,
religion.
right? When you say Chinese, you say Israelite, right? That's a nation. China is a nation. It's not religion. So when I say an Israelite, I'm talking about race. Okay? Those are my people. Even if you want to look at the word racist, in the beginning, it wasn't a bad word. Yeah, if you're going to do the research, because all words come from Hebrew, right? When you say race, when you say, one second, brother, race doesn't always mean evil thing. You understand what I mean? Because when you say race, right, it means arataza. Arataza means my people. So when you go back home and you say my people, is that racist? That's not racist. He can do the same thing with his own people. Why people do that on TV, live on TV in front of our face, man? All up in our face, man.
Mate, you're all over the place.
Well, I have to be all over the place because, man,
I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say. I'm trying to understand you. I'll be quiet, trying to listen to you, but I don't understand.
Okay, so what do you want to say about what's happening to my race today as a people? What do you have to say to it?
Once again, your race, the Israelites or the black people?
Okay, when I say, okay, my nation, for example, my nation as Israelite, we're everywhere all over the world. And we are oppressed, yes, we are.
Are you talking about slavery?
You see what I mean, bro? I don't know where he's coming from. What
Slavery happened to more people than just black people.
When I say,
That's what he talks about. And
that's what I'm talking about. When I say we're everywhere, I mean that the Bible says the devil's going to scatter us all over the world. So that's what I mean by we're everywhere. So when I'm
what
talking
about the white Jews then? What about the Ashkenazi Jews?
okay, have you ever seen fake Mercedes Benz? I'm asking you a question. If it's a yes or no, then I can go on Google and show you that there are fake Mercedes Benz. As you have fake Mercedes Benz, so you also have fake Jews. That's why they call themselves Jewish. You will also notice that they never call themselves Israelites. Do you know why? There's a difference between Israelite and Israeli. There's a difference between Jew and Jewish. There's a difference between child and childish. These are all different things. When you say British and Brit, these are two different things. So whenever you use the word ish, it's a suffix, meaning acting like or wanting to be like, wannabes. So the Jews, they cannot really go back and show you where their race is under a curse that they're going to be taken into slavery and they're going to be oppressed forever. Forever. Who owns McDonald's?
Oh, you're asking me a direct question now. Okay,
Maybe
yeah,
you know,
Jews.
that's what I'm asking. Jews. Starbucks.
Jews.
All those companies who own it. Jews. So Bible said the real people will be oppressed till the Messiah comes.
So the Jews, that are the fake Jews, they were oppressed. Is that what you're trying to say?
Show me where they're oppressed, brother. If they own Starbucks where you eat, where you drink, where you do all sorts of stuff,
Okay,
how are they
listen,
oppressed?
This just shows me that you don't know nothing about history.
Okay, fine. Teach me about history, brother. Thank you.
You know that from the day that the Jews had Israel, I think this was what, like 5,000 years ago, was it? I'm not even sure when it was. The Jews, after their whole state got collapsed, they went into slavery into Mesopotamia, right? They're Jews. He's talking about Israelites, I'm talking about the Jews.
The same thing. It's one tribe.
But you've deferred them. You've separated your Israel Israelite people and the fake Jews, right?
No,
I'm talking about the fake Jews.
then
Those
that's
you
what.
classify as fake Jews.
No, bro, I thought you know history though.
Where did the fake Jews come
colloquial
from?
use of those
From Europe.
terms separate itself.
Okay.
The colloquial use of those terms separate itself.
The ones I'm talking about are the Jews who are named in history. I don't know if it's you guys or the white guys. I'm just trying to say those Jews were enslaved in Baghdad. Then they were enslaved somewhere else. Then they split. Everywhere they went, they were oppressed.
We're still in Baghdad. We're still in Iraq.
I'm saying that was a long time ago.
You're still
Why
in
are we
Iraq.
still doing the hate now?
Okay.
I will tell you why it's.
They were
I forget, yeah, but we will get that.
They were oppressed wherever they went.
No, this is the one talking about history, bro. Who said that
Were
he
you
wants
guys
to
in
teach me
Spain?
about history? Is he not the one? Did I stop him?
1,000 years ago, were you
I'm
guys in
still waiting for
Spain?
him, brother. Why are you always biased? Why are you always biased? No. Why are you always biased? Why are you always biased? He said he wants to teach me about history. Then you're telling me that why are we going back? Tell him.
I didn't realize.
Come on,
I
man.
apologize and I didn't realize. Like, it's not a big deal for me to.
It is a big
apologize.
deal for me because
if I do something and it's done it in the wrong way. It's not hard for me to apologize and move on.
Okay,
Let's
both,
move
yeah?
on.
Yeah?
Yeah, of the Jews sent back to Africa in West
So
Africa,
aggressive, man.
in West Central Africa.
yeah,
in Kenya,
killing is aggressive.
South
So
Sudan.
aggressive.
Yeah, my parents, the blood, right? They kill them with aggression, bro. So you have to open your eyes, man. I don't know why you shut your brain down. I don't know, but it
My
seems like
point
no,
is
you
this,
shut it down,
the
bro.
Israelites,
You fail to understand that when you split the blood don't rest. They
obviously,
don't.
I see what I see.
Are
do you know what I mean?
much worse if he things to black people.
Israel's
than
in
white
Africa.
people.
Then prove it. Where we?
There was no such thing as the
How many
Middle East.
years? You got to be on
Middle
camera.
East
On camera.
No, I'm not being on your camera. Not if I'm where.
How about the Jews? How about
Because
the
you've been a
Jews
sneaky
that lived
bastard.
during
Hours.
Christ's
You've been on
time,
camera for
during the
hours,
time
bro.
of Jesus?
I don't want to be on your camera, man.
What do you mean,
The
bro?
land,
I mean what I mean.
You're giving it, people,
even in the
everyone
time of
there.
Jesus.
I don't come here to give
was
nobody
still
no view, bro. I'm for that.
Talk to me.
It's
Now
the
you're
same
involved
land.
Then
in
switch off your
plates.
camera.
No, it's the same land.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, it's
That's
Bethlehem.
what I am
Bethlehem,
saying.
Is that in
That's being a
Africa
coward.
or is that in the
Me
Middle East?
coward. Try me now, brother. Punch me once and see what happened to you twice.
You're being a coward. Right now.
Brother, punch me once and see what happened to you
I'm
twice.
not talking about physical. I'm not talking
So,
about
brother,
physical.
wait, cowardice, right? It has to do with physical.
You called me a sellout.
Wait. What? Because your word gives you away, bro. Your
called me a sellout.
words gives you away.
Why am I a sellout?
Because whenever I'm saying something that actually affecting our people, you are so quick to leap and jump into, and take the bullet for the white man. Me, I don't like people like that. Hey, wait. And I'm not going to talk behind you. I'm going to tell it to your face, man.
Alright, listen.
So you're being a seller, man. Have you ever heard me speak about
Why
people
are you so
behind?
focused, yeah?
Have you ever hear me whispering people behind? Tell it to the face, man.
There's no slaves. There's no slaves, that are black held by white people right now. Only Arab people. And I ain't seen your venom. The venom, you should have twice of that venom.
What did you call him?
Look, another one.
Liar.
Another one who doesn't want to go on camera. Look, let me put you on camera.
Nobody wants to be on
Let me put you
your
on
channel.
camera. Let me put you on camera.
You set out.
Run away. Look at him run away.
Set out. Everybody know you're seller,
Come on,
bro.
get on camera. Come on, get on the camera. Get on the damn camera. Yeah? You want to talk?
He doesn't know
Alright,
me,
listen. You don't want to talk. Listen, I'm telling you, bro. Listen. You talk so much about the white person being the devil. You live in this country, yeah? You enjoy the fruits. Both of you.
The white man is not the devil.
Both of you.
You know the devil's black. You
Brother,
know that, right?
why did you touch me? No, why did you touch me? What's your problem, man?
Stop that, man.
I don't even know you.
No. I
we
was
know
trying to
you.
make the point to you.
Your point don't matter if you're touching me.
I need you on camera. I need you on
I'm not your
camera.
teddy bear, man.
I don't push me.
Are you
Bro,
mad?
you got
Yo,
so
who
much
touched me?
venom.
Who touched me?
Don't touch me.
You will be what? I
touch
should
me.
punch your face because you just touched me now. Who touched me?
No, you're not gonna.
You touch me now. No, you're not going to do that, man. Okay, you're not going to do that. Okay, don't touch me, man. Don't touch me, man. You don't worry. Why did you on my bicep?
That's over.
No, it's not over. That's where it started from. It's not over. No, I'm not coming down, bro.
Calm down. That way.
No, okay, don't touch me, man. Don't touch me.
Shaitan is
Don't
black.
tell me. No, don't touch me, man. You don't know me. I've never even seen you before. So if this guy hold me, I know him before. So I've never even seen you before.
That's my uncle.
Have you seen him before?
Why am I always
Yeah, I've never seen him before. Who are you to hold me, man?
Shaitan is black.
Who are you to hold me, man? I was not right to hold me. No, you
trying to
don't.
tell you something.
You can call me, but you don't hold me by the
You don't
bicep.
understand anything.
Yo, my
I'm trying to tell you something.
See why I should arrest
I'm trying to tell you something.
You try and hold me again, see what happens.
No, that's it.
Try.
I don't need to touch
I beg you, do it
I don't
again.
need to touch you.
Please do it again. You're mad, man. Do it again.
Oh,
Don't worry, shut up, man. Shut up. I'm not your brother. If you're selling now, man, I'm not your brother, man. You're a seller, bro.
Listen.
I'm not listening to you, man.
I have the words of your mouth, yeah?
No. If I don't know you, you can't come and touch me. You're trying to get my attention. You can't get my attention by rubbing my butt. I'm not a teddy bear, okay? I'm not a teddy bear.
Listen to me, answer my question.
If you want to talk to me, look at the way you look at the way you came and talked to me. Look at the way you come and talk. You didn't grab me. Well, you grabbed me by the bicep.
You're a snake. You get on the camera.
It's not you are the seller. It's not a seller. You are the seller.
Right, you. I'm not putting you on camera. Look.
But you don't want to discuss.
Yeah, I do. You're not on camera, yeah?
I don't want to be on your camera.
Alright, listen. You don't want to be on my camera.
No, because you're a seller.
Alright, listen.
You always take the bullet for the white man. Since the first day I know you till right now, you never say, okay, look, white man need to pay back for all the evil he's done to my people.
What about the Arab man?
Wait, we're gonna get to him later. But let's deal with
the slavery right now.
When you want to kill a snake,
right now.
1 second. When you want to kill a snake, you cut the tail, you cut the head.
What do you mean when you want to kill? You always
Answer me the question. You don't understand. Go and learn that. Go back to school, learn that, and come back.
Then what do you kill the head? Or
wait, when you want to kill the snake, you cut the head. That's what it says.
Yes, I agree.
So who is the enemy of a black man?
Who is the harsh? I would say anybody who has got slaves in right now is the enemy of black people.
Guess who's holding white
right
people?
now?
Guess who's holding black people down? White people.
Now what about there's not.
Who's stealing now? Wait, 1 second. Fine. Is that lying? Let's see who's lying.
They are not black slaves.
Okay, fine. Let's see who's lying.
They are not black people that are slaves for Libya.
No, don't forget that. You know, there's a conglomerate.
You go on my camera, man.
No,
go on my camera, man.
No, because you're a devil, bro.
Stop being horrible.
Anyway, let's talk here.
I'm not a devil. Don't dare say that.
Because don't forget the way I see things. It might be different.
I'm going. I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you. Look, I'm not on the camera. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. You have to shake my hand. No. Stop the hate.
I want intellectual.
Stop the hate, bro.
I want intellectual.
Africa, not like you sell out.
Get on the camera, you. Hey, what are you trying to say?
No.
You trying to say and not go on camera?
Sell out.
Go on camera. No, go on camera. Go on camera, bro. Go on the camera, bro.
I get it. That's me. I'm going. Sell out, man.
Why am I sell out? Get on that camera. Get on that camera and tell me why I'm a sellout.
They're so used to. They're too used to chatting shit to me.
Man.
Too used to chatting so much shit to me.
This man here always running to the side, always on the side, chatting on the side. And then now,
Always sell out, man.
nothing to say. Yes, it's a still on you.
Sell out.
You know you love me, man, but
Look, of course I love you. Of course I love you. You're my brother, man. You're my brother, man.
And then when you
No, let's not play.
I come for seriousness. You're not supposed to be serious. If you want to keep standing in my ear, I'm going to give you the seriousness on that topic. Like seriously, maybe what do you think about that? What do you think about what I'm
No one comes to the Father except through me. These are the words of the Messiah, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the Holy One, the Perfect One, the Righteous One, the Just One, the Blameless who came down from heaven to earth, the real Jesus, the Messiah, the eternal Word of the living God, was crucified for your sin and my sin. Any Jesus that wasn't crucified is
I don't care. Don't touch me. Don't touch
me.
Bro, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Don't be disrespectful to me, brother.
This is London.
Bro,
I understand. Let me see my video. I'll come and chat to you. Let me chat to you after I see my video.
Why?
Who do you think?
You don't know. You know when the man is not really used to the thing.
Fucking idiot.
Flat van, man.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, no, who knows? When I'm completing.
Yeah, you're gonna upload it, yeah? Look. Bro, let me see the other video when he just like grabbed me in his fucking cuts. That needs to be up there.
That's it. You know, no, but you see like all
No, bro, that guy lost his mind. Bro, no, I was standing because you know why? He tried to come push me, bro, yeah? And a couple times, because the big guy in it, I didn't give a fuck about that, bro. I'm out here doing my thing, bro. Who is he? Well, this is Jacob's land. If fucking people got it twisted, you know who owns this place, right? Yeah, Jacob, not none of yous. Don't touch me, because I will know who to chat to.
Wait, who's Jacob? Who's Jacob?
I'll go and do some research.
What's wrong, man? What happened?
Bro, no, but basically, don't me tell you what, the conflict that happened, boy, yeah? Literally, brother, we from Jamaica?
No, I was born in.
Born here, right? So imagine this. Literally, like, there was a discussion between, you know, say, a Muslim brother and the other brother that was happened to be there, right? Can you see me there? Like, come through here. So what happened was, you know, say, literally, I came here, you know, say, to do my videos on my channel, Gender Soul Reviews, to do with, you know, say, child marriage, kidnapping, pornography. I talk about, you know, say, transgender, transitioning, detransitioning, right? I happened to be out here, bumped into the, you know, say, the brother who was having a discussion. But the bro who came and tried to assault me just now, I can get him nicked right now, right? You know, he wanted to show authority. The last time I was chatting to him about creation, right, he was talking about sperm, eggs, and then I tried to, you know, say, butt in. This was in summertime 2019, right? Then I left and came back. He was chatting to my mate, but anytime he chatted to my mate, he was belittling him because he was a bigger guy, right? So I went up to him. All of a sudden, my mate was wearing a North Face jacket. Wearing a North Face jacket. He looks at the North Face jacket and he goes, in his argument, North Face jacket, so I'm gonna face north. And I'm like, what are you doing, bro? If you're gonna have a discussion, have a fucking discussion without ignorance, without, you know, say, being the macho guy, because this is a place for people to come up and learn about, you know, say, cultures, religions, and be one. Even though people argue out here, we want to be together. You know, people love this stuff, right? So if you see the guy comes up and he tried to block me a couple times, because anytime the brother was speaking, he tried to butt in. I was like, let the guy finish. Let the guy finish, give his time, which was 4 minutes, right? The guy didn't let him finish, so he comes up now and he literally, like, you know, tried to come in front of me, right? And I moved out the way and I was like, bro, I'm gonna be on the camera because I need to support somebody, right? And the conversation was, you know, say, the oneness of God, you know, so oneness of God. So they were talking about Jesus, right, being, you know, say, God, right? When in all sense it does not make sense, because if you see, like, for me, you know, the Muslims and the Christians do believe something, right? My parents are Hindus, but look, listen, I'm a learner of all religions, right? So imagine this, Jesus is God. Is that true or no? It's not true. You know why? Because the thing is, in Christianity, they believe Jesus is Son of God, right? In Islam, what they believe, Jesus is, you know what, like, you know, the Prophet Isa, right? So the thing is, if Jesus was born in the flesh of God, right? If he dies, when he goes to heaven, there has to be two gods now. Because how can God die? The number one thing. Number two is, if Jesus goes to heaven, Father is God, Jesus is God, and there's the third, you know, the Holy Trinity, right? There's three gods now. So the thing is, that is a form of, you know, say, idol worshipping. That is a form of, you know, say, pagan worshipping. You're worshipping something that has no context. And, you know, say, if you believe in God, God is the one Almighty, regardless of what it is for. You know, the Christians, it's the Father. For the Muslims, it's, you know, say, Allah. For the Jewish, they have their own, you know, say, God, right? So we are all, you know, say, followers of God. Is when someone tells me, right, so that was the discussion, we went on to other stuff, right, but he just didn't like the fact that I was trying to help the other brother, because that's the discussion. He wanted to, you know, say, when I came in, he was just there like, oh, you're doing this, your religion doing this.
That's why, strictly speaking,
Yes.
there are two monotheistic religions.
Yes.
There's Judaism, there's Islam, and there's some factions of Christianity, but mainstream Christianity is not truly monotheistic.
Yes.
That's the thing.
It's a lot of, you know, say, pagan worshipping. I think that idol worshipping, because if you see, when you put, you know, say, God above, because even Jesus in the Bible did say, you can come and, you know, love me all you want, but the thing is, there is the Father. There is the main man, right? Jesus used to praise the main man, the Father, right? So when people place, you know, say, importance onto Jesus instead of, you know, the Father, right? Who is the true God? Who is the main God? Who is Jesus' you know, say, like, Father, right? But, you know, say, the God himself, right? And then people start, you know, say, worshipping Jesus, thinking he's God, right? That is a form of, you know, say, idol worshipping.
Jesus said, no man can come to the Father. So I might tell you.
Yes.
So you have to understand, Father is not Son.
Yes.
And Son is not Father.
100%.
Simple. Yeah? Now, me see, you know me already, me a man, me no support.
I saw you chatting last time down there.
Yeah,
yes.
me no support we no come here for foolish.
Yes.
Yeah? Now, like me say, enough man come here for cause argument for people, because they don't understand the reason, yes, sir.
you're gonna be hearing certain things where you're not gonna like.
Yes.
But that does
Brother,
not
look,
mean
listen,
that
at the end of the day, it comes back down to this, right? If you want to just take the whole conversation, right? It comes back down to this. I do my channel, Jen Dust Rule Reviews, right? Jen Dust Rule Reviews. The initials of my channel is JDRR. Let me say that again. The initials of my channel is JDRR. And I know what I'm talking about. So if you see, I don't talk about religion. I talk about, say, pornography. I talk about, say, child marriage, bride kidnapping. I talk about all the different topics that, is in the daily affairs. Nothing to do with religion. I talk about Prophet Isa, right? But the whole conflict that happened just now was, right, just mainly because someone just got emotional because he was, say, ignorant. He just didn't like someone coming in to actually help another person out in a discussion. And I think that's what it was. And let me ask you something, bro. Yeah, you're here watching this video right now in your phone, right? You're recording this. But if someone comes up to you and they, push you around, like, not push you around, someone comes up, like, say if you're here and I come up to you like this and do this, right? You'd be like, what are you, bro? What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, and I told him, your muscles ain't gonna do nothing and your physical, say, body ain't gonna do nothing. It's all about, say, people coming out there with, say, people out there, say, coming out there, say, to convey their message, meaning they want to convey a message of, say, their religion, say, a certain topic. There was people out there, say, talking about, say, Brexit, people talking about different topics. For me, that's what's important. You can't just get, one of these gangsters, wannabe lookalikes, coming out here thinking they fucking, what's that guy's name from 18? Mr. T. Oh, who are you? Oh, you stepping into my argument. Oh, he's doing a fucking little bit of a Cristiano Ronaldo there when he stepped into me. We don't got time for that. Look, listen. If you want to know the truth, if you want to know the answers, there's enough people in this park that, is smarter than me, got more knowledge than me when it comes to a certain context of the content that they want to deliver. But for me, what's important is that, say, people shouldn't come to this park with thinking they go to the gym. The brother probably left right now, right, just to go and do some fucking bicep curls. He's going to come back out right now and be like, oh, I'm back here in the fucking field again. Where is that cunt? And I'm going to tell him one thing, that is, say, number one thing, you have no reason to touch me. Number two thing, that will say fucking assault, physical assault. Number three, there's cameras around that's watching. So with that being said, all of you out there, Jen Dust Rule Reviews, Happy New Year's to brother himself too. And all of you out there, check the channel out, say, we put out content. And what's your channel's name, bro?
Black Van Man.
Black Van Man. Yeah. So if you want to just, say, go on to Black Van Man, this is Black Van Man. Shout out to Black Van Man, obviously being out here, bro. And, shout out to his cause, he obviously, started this channel for a cause or a mission to put out content for all you people. So what I do want to tell you is to stay tuned. Bro's going to, say, come out with new content, and I'm going to come out with new content on Jen Dust Rule Reviews. Yes, Jen Dust Rule Reviews, JENDOES REALREVIEWS JDRR. And I talk about, say, child marriage, bride kidnapping, knife crime. If you see, last year there was 140 murders of, say, people getting stabbed in the street all around London, especially north of London, right? And the problem is, what people don't understand about knife crime, right? It doesn't purely come because, say, someone just want to carry a knife. These young men are not criminals. They've been led a life where, because of the environment, because of, say, low-income household, because, they had dysfunctional family, because, say, they didn't have a father, right? They have to choose a life that was not for them. So, like I said, you are the average of the 5 people that you hang around with. Meaning, if these, say, young men are hanging around with a bunch of losers, they're going to end up, being a loser. If you got one guy in that friends group who's a, criminal, came out. If you got another guy in the, group who's a, say, a violent person, if you got another guy who doesn't know how to chat to people, right? The person who's going to be in that group who just, say, happen to be, say, invited into that group, right, going to feel the same way. He's going to pick up a knife, pick up a gun, and this carries on. So I talk about valuable content. I talk about, topics that really matters. And there's enough people doing the work, so don't take me the credit. Like I say, it's not about, say, me giving you the message. It's all about, say, people out there coming out there and giving the message, right? So you don't got to be me saying the message, as long as the message is being, say, conveyed, right? That's what really matters. So Jen Dust Rule Reviews, stay tuned. Happy New Year's, and we're done.
Respect. Thank you very much.
No worries, bro. Yes. Can I have a little look at it, Dusty?
Looks good, man. Yes.
They're probably like, what's happening out here?
Black Van Man.
Black Van Man.
Yeah? Have a look, man.
Yes, alright, bro. Yeah, take it, bro.
Respect, man.